Good afternoon, this is Colton with Bill Brothers Roofing and Solar doing a digital roof inspection here for a homeowner out in the Chula Vista area that we did an emergency tarping for that is having some issues with her roof. Some fundamental issues with the installation of whoever did it before, and then with some obviously leaking issues. The first thing we like to do with these inspections is outline, some anatomy of a roof. You got the fascia board right here. Some damaged wood that usually gets replaced during a roofing project. This is a drip edge right here, and then you got your starter shingle right here. I want to make sure this is intact well, because wind over time can actually blow these shingles off. Architectural asphalt shingle right here, a very common shingle that we see installed around the neighborhood. First thing we notice is there is an exposed nail, an old one right here. So this is an example of a low nail, when a roofer nails something and he misses the sure nail strip and he low nails right there. This right here is an easy way for water to get in. It's been there for a while, as we can tell from the rust. What happens to shingles over time is they dehydrate, and with the sun exposure, the shingles dehydrate and the granules start to fluff off, right? You can see the exposed fiberglass that occurs on the south and west facing sides, usually earlier than the north, where they get more sun. Tarps on here, we can see heat vent, more than likely an issue where a leak's coming in. We can see a valley congregation right here. We can see a flat section over there. We'll get into that. But this is a very sensitive area of this roof. We have a second story right here with a counter flashing that was installed wrong. We'll get into that in a second. But estimated, we can see some fiberglass showing through. I say the shingles are, up to the 15-year mark almost, and we're starting to see some fundamental errors. Satellite dish, we don't like to see these mounted actually to the shingles. We like to see it actually attached on the fascia board on the side because of that penetration point. So if this is no longer in use and we end up doing the roof project, we can dispose of it. Electrical riser right here, this is where we get our power from. The grid. We can see roof to wall conjunctions are always really important. We can see counter flashing right here. Exposed nail right here. Improperly mounted to the Z-bar, which is actually inside that wall right here. So getting into this roof, we can see our heat vent. Our leak is coming somewhere from right here. We have this well tarped by one of our crews. And we always wrap the tarp over to the top of the ridge right there. But this is a really sensitive area where you have ponding, still right here. This is a torch down material. It's a rolled roofing where basically you heat it up on the seams with a flamethrower, and you get this sealing right here. It is granule based as well, but this is a very sensitive area where we can see if these seams aren't properly done. Something I want to point out is this counter flashing. Look at this, it's completely coming off, right? And so you have exposure with water getting behind this right here. Looks like it's just glued in. It needs to be glued and nailed right here, but it needs to be actually mounted to a Z-bar in the wall. So this is really an issue. Look at that. I'm gonna put it back as best I can, but it's coming off right here. This is a serious issue for water getting in this wall. And this is not just occurring right here. Look at that. We got this right here. We got an exposed nail right here. This needs to be readdressed for sure. This is of concern. Again, happening right here. Water can easily get behind this right here. This is supposed to be mounted inside the wall, so water travels, hits the wall, and then comes down to this area right here. So some fundamental concern there. Some fiberglass showing through. I say we really need to address this roof. I'm probably going to recommend a tear off on this. We can do the sections where the tarping has occurred, but we do have nails exposure over here. We have a sensitive area. We actually recommend redo that section, counter flashing for the homeowner. We need to get this watertight. Fiberglass exposure over here, so a little bit of a roll on the roof here. So there is some wood that needs to be repaired too. That's a big part of a roofing project. Wood repair during tear off. We do wood repair on a discovery basis. We usually see it on the conjunctions of fascia right here, like right here. This is an example of wood that needs to be replaced. It happens during a project. Sometimes termites or something I've got into it. So that's kind of flashing. I'm gonna put back as best I can, but those are falling off the wall. It's not something you want to see. So we'll go ahead and give the options to the homeowner. Thank you.